Greetings, everyone. My name is Magmatic Sage. Along with React 7, we welcome you to a new episode of the Wholesome Magmatic podcast. Join with us are the usual suspects, Koi and Matt. Welcome to
Is
the
it-
podcast once more.
Hi.
Hello,
And
hello there.
today we're gonna talk about a bunch of topics. React 7, could you give a brief background on such topic?
Well, not a bunch topics, by the way. And today we are talking about our future plans on Wholesome Magmatic and Tres Miserables. I almost stuttered and
Uh,
mispronounced the fucking thing, but anyway, you know, a lot of people have been suggesting that we should probably do a in real life podcast, like even the fact that some of us are pretty much far from each other, of course. And
Yeah.
that really got me thinking. Does in real life podcast makes it a good, makes it a good feature for our content, I would say. What do you think? Kaiser, like, do you really wanted to do like a in real life podcast for the near future?
It really depends on the quality of perhaps quality of the microphone and the topics. In general, podcast really depends on the topics that they're talking about, if it's relevant, if it's interesting, or yeah. Doesn't matter if it's in real life or online, to be honest. But I guess the online, like real life rather, real life podcast offers a depth that you can see the people who are talking behind the screen or something. Yeah. There's no problem with doing online podcasts. It's actually decent in a sense.
Yeah, like at the same time, doing a real life podcast would attract more people. Like, uh, can I say it, Koi and Matt? Um, okay. So basically, we're gonna do a podcast. Um, I think in our school. Just kidding.
wait, I
Like,
thought we were
whoa,
gonna do
that would
it in
be. I mean, at my
we're
crib, I
gonna do
guess.
it in your house.
At my crib. Or,
Oh, yeah.
dude, not gonna lie, like, if doing a podcast in the school, it would be even more interesting, you know? There,
Yeah, and
there would
you
be
interrupted a lot.
fucking loud noises at the background.
Hell, good luck editing that.
Yeah,
Sure.
man. Like, to be honest, we need someone who could make a mask for us, just to keep our identity and shit.
But we will still be recognized if someone, if it also like someone close, like close friends, best friends, lovers, if you have one. But unfortunately, we don't.
Lovers, mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're I hesitate to say that we're incels. But we're not, right?
I
No,
mean-
we're not. I hope
We're
not.
not, we're not.
I mean, okay, hear me out. Like, also Magmatic podcasts have been, I think, half of the year, and at the same time, we have this sort of an idea to expand our, our production or fucking content and stuff. So I think it's optional if we could do face-to-face podcasts and shit.
Yeah,
Like
an
even the
offline-
fact that Kaiser is pretty much very, far from us. Like legit.
That's another thing that's bad about online podcasts if the people are far apart. I mean, look at Moist Critical or Penguin Zero, and they're technically online.
Online, yeah.
Yeah.
But it would it would be, like it would be better if we are doing it face to face, because I could just possibly imagine the three of us, Koi and Matt, are doing a fucking podcast literally out of nowhere in our school and be like, all right, guys, welcome to our setup. Just feel free to say your opinion in front of the camera and talk to
It-
some people and follow us for more.
yeah,
That would be
Something
pretty
like
cool,
that.
though.
basically a
Yeah,
1 minute podcast with
1 minute
1 minute
podcast.
guests. Yeah, and it would be fun interacting with a lot of
A lot of
yeah,
people around, yeah.
yeah,
But
especially
not
with
just in our school, like in particular. Like we could roam around and then ask for anyone's consent if they want to be interviewed or not, you know? Like
yeah,
it could attract attention. Like
it will attract
curiosity, yeah.
yeah attention, and in this day and age, attention is money. So probably it will increase the fan base by a lot and the fan base and community by a lot. So yeah, we will have a surge of fans, new fans coming in, and
Fans. Mhm.
yeah, and we'll probably get cancelled.
Yeah, bro, like no shit that we've already come up with some offensive topic, you know? Like I mean, okay,
Such
Still,
as
though,
like
no one's canceled us.
yes, and no one is still canceled us. Legit. Like, you know, I just really wanted to share this one story that me and Kaiser have encountered this one interesting individual. If you guys wanted to,
sure.
all right. We interviewed this one guy named Bunny24, TF2 controversy, and we were talking about this person who does bad stuff towards two other players in TF2 community, and he goes by the name of Candy Horns, and he brought his fucking army towards into our stream, and I was like, oh, there are a bunch of 12-year-olds in our stream. Welcome. It's like we're getting ready of getting be
Getting-
canceled, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can you possibly imagine getting canceled by 12-year-olds? Fucking hell.
Unfortunately, the Wholesome Magmatic podcast, no offense, of course, but we have a little clout, and plus, 12-year-olds ain't gonna cancel us, to be honest.
I mean, no shit. Man, it would be funny if when it comes to like, let's say, face to face, right? If we are about to bring a topic about politics, that would somehow bring the heat to the conversation.
Yeah. It will also, we would also attract attention a lot if we did the political podcast
The only reason we cancel
around the
Please.
election. Around the what?
What did you say, guys? Sir, you kind of, cut off for some reason.
Oh, sorry. I was saying that the only time that you would get canceled is when you let people cancel you. Like, you won't get canceled if you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like be chill, bro. Like, man, like it's just them, right? If they wanted to complain, just go ahead, complain. I really do not give a shit. And at the
Sigma
same,
mindset.
yeah, and at the and at the same time,
Mindset.
we want to bring entertainment. Yeah, we
Entertainment,
we generate content out of completely nowhere that brings people's interest into the topic,
Yeah.
And I also, like, I have a question for you two, Koi and Matt. It seems like you two were were inspired by Wholesome Magmatic podcast. What is your future plans, by the way?
Matt, do you want to start first, or
All
should I?
right. Well, I have a few personal preferences for where we take Tres Miserables. One day I kind of wanna maybe experiment with mixing podcast with gaming. So an example of this would be Markiplier's Power Wash Power Wash Power
Power Wash
Wash
Simulation
Power
gameplay.
Wash Power Hour or Power Wash Power Hour with pals or something. He still hasn't decided on a name for it. But it's kind of like when you it's kind of like you do a podcast while you're gaming with your guest.
I mean,
So you're interviewing your guest while you're both playing. And
Gamer.
I kind of wanna, yeah, I kind of wanna experiment with mixing that.
Dude, okay, that's a good idea, but I just fucking imagine like you guys are playing, right? You
Yeah.
guys are playing any
well,
games. Imagine if you are playing horror games, be like,
oh
oh shit!
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah,
screaming the
while
top
you're
of
in
your
a,
lungs.
yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
you're in a deep
So what is your life story? Ah!
So this is my opinion. Oh shit!
I mean, not gonna lie, playing horror games while talking to someone, that would be fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Interviewing
Yeah, we
someone
should.
who you both play a rage-inducing game like jump.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fuck.
to be
Yeah,
honest, to be honest, that's a good idea.
yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, thank you.
Or
And
How about Koi though? Like Koi, what do you think
yeah,
we should do in the future?
I guess I guess I can I guess if the restrictions here if we do face to face, right? Like because me and Matt still have online classes. So we live in the same. So yeah, we'll probably do an on not an online but an offline face to face podcast, and will probably be a staple of the podcast probably soon, depends, like next year, next 2 years, maybe, as well as attracting a lot of attention to people so that we can increase the size of the community of the Tres Miserables community. Yeah, and probably invite a lot of guests, like
I see.
yeah, like fanboys, e-girls, YouTubers, and
I mean,
other, yeah. Well,
yeah, there are probably a lot of fanboys nowadays.
God, in the internet,
Jeez,
I mean, you can rarely find a fanboy like in the streets.
In the streets.
Actually,
And
no,
so
I
what are you
found one.
trying to think of them? Porn? What the fuck?
I mean, they're probably not gonna roam around.
actual
Wait,
male prostitutes.
I actually found one.
What the-
Wait,
Yeah, I went to Comic Con or whatever it's called. But I
Oh,
went to one, and then there's a guy in a, what is it,
maid costume.
bunny maid outfit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is a convention after all. But like in a normal day, right? Like out in the streets, you can rarely find someone who is dressed up as a fanboy, especially in the Philippines. So yeah,
Especially in the Philippines, huh?
I mean, most of us are religious here and has a lot of respect for themselves. I mean, unless you're me, of course. But still, I would not go that far. I mean, singing in the highway with a lot of with traffic going on, then probably yes. But
Didn't you do that?
yeah, I did do that. But like, I would not go as far as dressing up as a fanboy. Plus, I'm not one, so it would be awkward to wear fanboy clothing. So yeah.
I think, all right, I will give you a good idea in order for you guys to grow. Like, I think included this podcast as well. Um, um, let's say if there was an event in SM, for instance, we would just bring our fucking cameras and bring them over here or interview them to Wholesome or to Tres Miserables.
Yeah.
That way, it would attract more people if they are, if they have this like a big organization or a group that can somehow will watch your content and stuff. I
I
mean,
mean,
mm,
Unicon is coming in December.
oh,
December 17, 18. For those of you who do not know.
I mean,
And
unless if you guys are charismatic or whatever or interactive to other people, let's say,
I mean, we can do
um,
that. I
let's
mean, I can
say
do
like,
that.
yeah, like for example, let's say,
Yeah.
um, if you are known into your area that you yourself as a content creator, well, I think the best course of action is interview them or add them on Discord if they ever have one.
I
like,
mean, most of us probably has this, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So, anyways,
and then introduce
yeah,
them to your podcast and shit, and be like, oh,
do one minute podcast, right? Like, let's ask someone in the street in the Unicorn and in the
Unicorn.
anime.
Wait, Unicorn. What is that? I'm
Wait,
curious.
basically,
What?
it is an anime convention.
Wait,
SME.
really? Unicorn is
Yeah.
about anime? Hmm.
So
I,
it's
I,
an
I,
anime. Yeah.
I don't against anime,
And
but that's interesting.
yeah, at December 8, 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we could I guess we could ask people around. Plus I'm gonna be the sauce hero. So
So
get
zero.
on. Yeah. I mean, I did that in the last Unicon
Oh,
around.
be all right about this. Be the fucking bait, right? Like you wanted to wear this because there would be,
Where
well, you
what?
could. There would be.
I mean,
Right, right.
I plan to cosplay as Pri Isekai no Ofumi, which is the shield girl.
Mm.
So yeah, I already have the green jacket and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But dress up as what do you mean? What? What do you have in mind, enemies?
I mean, all right. Here's how you could catch a lot of fishes. Wear a maid outfit and then impersonate like a femboy and stuff, and just invite them over to podcast if they want to. like,
Bro,
Bro.
I probably don't need over,
I know
but
that's
I'm a brokey, so yeah.
you're
So
brokey. What?
yeah, I'm a brokey. I'm poor, or so I think. I mean, I live
Same.
by. Yeah, I mean, I live by, but like I don't have enough money to buy a lot of shit.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm using a chunk of my money to already buy a microphone that will arrive tomorrow, so that I will have a better audio, which is nice. But still, yeah, a chunk of my money, which is like 1/4 of it.
A chunk of my money.
Yeah,
Okay,
chunk
let's
of my
say.
money. Plus, December is coming, right? So
Mm-hmm.
probably update my wardrobe. So bye bye savings.
Bye bye savings.
By savings.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Like, plus, I don't know, there's gonna be a lot of sale for clothing and shit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use a lot of it to update my wardrobe. Why are we talking about me being a brokey anyway?
I don't know, man. You completely said that out of
Because
nowhere.
wormhole girl.
Fanboys.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey,
Probably,
hey.
I probably look ugly as fuck since I'm not skinny. I have
Wait, you're
mus-
not skinny.
no. Like, I have decent muscles, so
Decent muscles. Mm.
kinda decent muscles. Semi decent muscles. Yeah, I'm working out basically. So me wearing a femboy outfit. Plus I'm young, so
You talk about it as if you actually plan to wear a femboy outfit. Do you
no.
plan to?
If I have yes.
Yeah,
Wait,
bro.
how about an idea? Run
Made
around
out.
being saucier while wearing a fanboy outfit. Holy shit! I'll do that at the next convention.
And then be like, "Hey, yo, visit our YouTube channel."
Do a girl voice too.
um.
Hey yo, visit our
Whoa.
YouTube channel.
Ooh,
You will?
God,
Christ.
bro. God, that's
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
awful. You're like a 10-year-old.
You will visit our fanboy hour.
What the fuck? Hey, man.
Oh no.
Hell no, motherfucker.
Stop it. Get
Nah.
some help.
Stop.
Nice.
But hey, like, you know, I could just possibly imagine we're doing a podcast, right? If we're about to do it on a mall, we'd be like, hey, yo, sir, can you
Give
can
me
you
a
tell us
blowjob.
about yourself?
Yeah. Like, yeah, 1 minute podcast. That's
No, that's okay. I think that's not a podcast. It's more of like we're just fucking messing around and shit. But if we ever choose a location or a better setup, like microphones, some equipment that is needed.
and
Like,
camera too. I
yeah,
mean, it's gonna be awkward posting posting a podcast that's just 1 minute podcast, a short podcast in like a public place that's just all audio. So, yeah.
yeah,
And
and like,
if we actually do that, we'll probably get exposed post we'll probably get exposed in our university and we'll probably get cancelled because of
I
the
mean,
podcast we did. So
well, you know what they say, man. The bigger the risk, the big reward. Hey, I
high
guess.
risk, high reward. That's what you're trying
But-
to say.
I guess it would be a good idea. I guess.
The reward, a few people will like the content. The risk, everyone will cancel you. Trade offer.
Controversial things? Damn.
But does controversial things in your guys' perspective, let's say, does controversial things when we're about to do it on face to face in the middle of fucking nowhere, let's say our first episode of doing a podcast is on our university, right?
Yeah.
And people are just gather around and seeing us talk shit in front of the camera, and let's
Oh my
say
God.
if you were about to bring a controversy topic,
Controversy
like,
topic. What?
like,
I-
are you ready of
Yeah.
handling the heat? Like, people nowadays are, kind of pissed off when it comes to controversial topics. You know what I mean?
I might cry, but I'll do it for the content.
For the content, bros.
Bro.
Well, plus most of us are probably not a popular figure, and
I mean, okay, like, all right. This is
Okay.
very controversial, all right?
well, yeah,
Um,
true.
I mean, all right. I would bring in one controversial topic. Let's say our first episode is that does Kaiser Wilhelm himself, my co-host and Wholesome Magmatic podcast, is he black?
Bro, I mean,
Like,
I mean,
if you ever brought
You're gonna
that
get
fucking
canceled,
up, and people be like, "Oh shit, man."
we're probably not gonna get cancelled if we ask that. But if we do say the forbidden word, then we
The
will.
forbidden word. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I already seen firsthand what are the reactions. So yeah, basically,
Basically.
me-
mhm.
so me and my group friends, right? Group of friends, right? Like this was a few years ago. So we were hanging out in a gazebo, and then there were a few other students that weren't a part of group, which are college, which are already in college. So there was this one black woman, right?
Oh, okay.
So, I, right. I mean, I'm
Right.
just describing the skin, right? So like there was this black. I don't know if she's from America.
Just say dark skinned, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just say dark skin.
also dark brown and like black. So just to be clear, right? So yeah,
Sorry, continue.
but there was this one black woman. She was studying around, and then for context, my friend who said it is like using the forbidden word,
Forbidden
using the
word.
forbidden
Right.
word as a joke to one of our college friends, and then he unknowingly said it. So he unknowingly said the joke, but he didn't realize that there was the black woman sitting around near us.
Just say dark skin
Yeah,
instead.
bro.
We're getting cancelled for this.
I mean, we're probably not gonna get canceled.
I mean, we're chill motherfuckers anyway, so let's say
Yeah.
we don't give a shit.
But,
Let's just proceed.
because describe this saying the skin color will probably not get us canceled, but
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, yeah. So he said the forbidden word unknowingly,
forbidden
and he didn't know that there was this one woman,
Mm.
the black woman, in the center of the gazebo who was studying, and then we was like, and she jumped, like basically she's quickly stood up, and then he confronted my friend, and he
Mm.
said like, "You say what? Can you repeat that again?" Yeah, we eventually he of course we apologized for the
Yeah.
slur, but like, yeah, since it's supposed to be a joke to our college friend, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a joke term, yeah, but like, yeah, wrong timing, I guess,
Wrong time.
yeah,
Or
course we
or it's just the humor that
yeah, it's just
fucking
you,
bad.
yeah. Of course we're not racist and shit, right?
Are
Well,
you?
I
Are
mean,
you?
Kaiser. I mean, look at Kaiser for example, man. Like he impersonates an Indian motherfucker that comes from YouTube. You know, fucking tech and shit. And at the same time,
Support.
I mean, he's good. I mean, he's good at doing impressions of everything.
called
Right, Kaiser.
impersonations. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
impersonating
can you
or having a
go-
stereotype.
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Look
Kaiser.
at
Kaiser.
I love you. Welcome to that Wholesome Magmatic podcast.
Support. What do you do?
Welcome to Tech Support. How may I help you? Do you want to install Windows 11? Windows
Okay.
11 is the latest version of Windows.
Please give
There
us
are no
password
virus.
so that we can help you manage your bank.
Okay, Kaiser. But do you actually think that face to face is a good way for the podcast or let's say Wholesome, Magmatic, and Tres Miserables? You know, finding a good spot for us to to
It's all up
find a
to you
good
guys.
environment and yeah. Wait, I mean, all right, it's up
You
to
guys could
us.
record if you guys could have a because I myself can't join you guys physically, so I'll stay online and shit. But if you have a set, you have a good microphone in you guys, and then you guys could record it somewhere. That'll be good. But
Mhm.
given the circumstances, if you guys could, that'll be good.
I
See what I'm saying?
really, yeah, I get it. I get it. Like
I mean, the
you're
idea of itself
you're
of a
100 kilometers away.
podcast. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have a real IRL podcast because it's good to watch people talk, like similar majority of people, or what do you call this shit? Like people do in podcasts and YouTube. But the reality is that some of people are far away from each other. Example of which is cast. or even Asmon Gold. Actually, podcast. And the flexibility of online podcasts is that you could actually interview people from around the globe.
Mm.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's good.
it's
But
really
I have another something to say. Like, I mean, it would attract uh famous people. Not just that too much famous, but more like people who are famous inside of our university, let's say.
like famous locally.
Yeah, locally.
Yeah, here's
Let's
the
say
thing:
there
if
are
you want to focus on the so, I'm just saying that if you just want to interview or have people, famous people in your university, that's good per se. If you want, guys want that. But the thing is that what happens if we get to invite, let's just say Belgium, or let's just say
Some famous.
from London,
oh,
or even
Yeah.
that leads us
or
to
Egypt.
some money. Yeah.
Well, that is really a
Yeah,
good pro.
that's why.
The
Yeah, that's why Discord
It is
or online
really a good pro
podcasts. But
to online podcast like we're doing right now, right? But like it is really versatile the online. But face to face or like an offline meetup podcast will probably be a lot more fun with the for the hosts and probably for the guests too, since we're probably gonna be on camera, right?
Yeah.
Plus it's more, but plus it is always fun interacting like in real life, like not just in Discord calls and everything, but like we're meeting up, we're just chatting and having fun. Yeah.
I mean,
So
that's the purpose of this podcast because
yeah, yeah.
um now this lead us to another topic, that how this wholesome magmatic podcast was made actually. Well, I guess the idea of wholesome magmatic was, comes from Heiser, I guess. Or I think I forgot the entire history about our podcast, so I'm sorry.
I
basically,
mean,
I
yep.
asked Crack, or like I suggested that we make a podcast because we always talk in the camp. We always talk in the camp
Oh yeah, we did.
about interesting conversations like politics and shit like that, and then I suggested that, oh, this conversation could be an interesting podcast because we basically talk for several hours and so, and then people could listen to what we say or rant about, and then boom, we got the Wholesome Magmatic podcast. And the very first podcast we did was all about VR chat because at that time React 7 was actually a VR.
Yeah, I think you're cutting off,
Now,
Kaiser. You could repeat that.
So-
Could you repeat that?
Really?
Like you cut off
Holy
as
shit.
soon as you explained this shit.
Oh my god,
Like,
actual shitty internet. Is this better now? Is it
yeah.
still cutting on?
Oh,
yeah.
speaking of internet. All right, before we continue before we continue about the explanation in our wholesome magmatic, this would be quick, right? Um, you said about online podcast, it was good. Um, a question for you exactly. Does your internet can handle it? Like, whenever we do podcasts? I mean,
Yeah, but the problem is that I'm just trying to fix the newly Wi-Fi that I bought. It seems like it's defective.
what is it?
It's like home Wi-Fi or something. Yeah, and it's kind of shitty. But
Is
I'm
it
just fixing it.
PLDT?
Near to that. Anyways,
Near to
I
that. Alright, let's
was
go back.
talking about the how the Magmatic podcast, the Wholesome Magmatic podcast was made. So basically, Rack and I were in this server. We met in the server called the Camp, and then
Mm.
we talked about basically politics and other eventful stuff in life, and then or philosophical things in life, and then we basically uh, I basically suggested to Rex since he's a content creator in Twitch, he's a streamer, and I myself a YouTuber, and I think that these conversations that we are having or we were having are pretty much interesting, and this could be a good podcast since we basically talk hours and hours about politics and philosophy, and we could turn it into podcast. And
Content.
then here we
Yeah.
go. Like our very first podcast was about VR chat when
VR
React
chat,
7
femboys. What?
Yeah.
What's next? Fucking TF2 and shit. Like
TF2
that was the
shit.
very first episode. Like
Yeah.
to be honest, we didn't intend to plan, on a script, let's say, because
Yeah.
making a script doesn't add the entertainment to
Basically,
the broadcast. Yeah.
yeah, because what we try in this podcast is basically we try to be more authentic and just a basic conversation, like wholesome conversations, I hope.
Wholesome.
So-
Quote unquote, yes.
Quote
Like
unquote, yeah.
the irony, dude. The reason why they love Wholesome Magmatic, it's because the irony of wholesome, yeah, or even the fact that our topic is just, uncanny, somewhere hilarious, somewhere offensive, everything.
Mhm.
Like we talk
Yeah.
a lot, actually.
Exactly, bro. Talk all about our shit and giggles.
Yeah, no cap. It's we basically talk whatever we want to, and that really leads us,
Exactly.
that really leads us now. Like, I
Do-
want to quit. Hmm?
I think
What
I
is it?
know what you're trying to say, bro.
What is it?
Are we
Hmm.
talking about? Oh, never mind. I thought we were talking about the encounter you had or certain thing that you shared to me earlier.
All right.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so basically, React shared to me a post regarding people in uniforms. So what's this?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Do you want to
You
talk
know-
about it? Go.
Yeah.
Explain it.
Oof. As soon as I am about to recall the shit, like it makes my brain go fucking die, right? You know what? You guys are just fucking explaining shit. Like I'm about to
Yeah.
lose all of my brain cells, you know?
So basically, the post that React 7 React 7 shared was about a person ranting about school uniforms. For
Yeah.
those who don't know, some places in the world still use uniforms as a means to, I guess, identify students within a school.
To indicate
that-
who are the students, yeah.
Yeah,
Are
that's-
you
and
still does that?
yeah, so like places in, I guess, England or in Japan or in the Philippines, those countries have still use uniforms in their schools, right? To be more uniformly standards or something like that. So I don't know the justification. So basically, this person like says that I'm just gonna say it, so I don't wanna spoil what this person is.
No.
Uh,
Actually, just go ahead. Like even the fact.
okay, sure. She's a she. She says that it's not an issue for a person to wear normal clothes or regular clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
But to say that it is done to save money, and she says that's wrong, which is I find like stupid, right? Like
Yeah, like
what the main reason why people won't like to buy uniforms is because it costs money. It doesn't other agendas like I guess self-expression or etc. The main reason why people wouldn't like to buy uniforms is because they put financial burden on the students and the parents who buy the uniform, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what she said, and I quote: "Personally, I don't have much issue with the you can wear civilian clothing at school thing, but to say that it's done to save parents the money is just wrong. There are dozens of other ways to do this. Make uniforms free, make textbooks free. Oh my god. Hand out school materials, lower tuition rates, make education accessible, make it easier for undergrad students to get stable jobs."
I mean,
I mean,
I
I
mean, at
get,
the same,
yeah. Sorry,
I
sorry.
mean,
I
at the
was
sorry,
trying
at
to.
the same, I mean, at the same
Well,
time,
what the hell is it?
we all wanted to know who she is. Like, actually, she's also part of those organization called Alt Youth Organization. Is it? Yeah, it's Alt Youth. Well, basically, that group is just full of
I mean, here's
emos.
the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
There are
what is it?
certain truths to what she said. Like,
Mm.
yes, education should be accessible for everyone. Like textbooks or school materials should be accessible to anyone. But to say that money isn't the main reason why people wouldn't like uniforms is just a poor argument, because
Yeah.
it is the primary reason why people wouldn't want to wear civilian clothing, or rather, why wouldn't people want to buy and wear uniforms? Basically, it costs money to buy those things, right? Like,
Mm.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What about what are your thoughts on what she said, Koi and Matt? Like,
I mean, while I do agree, while I do agree on the part, um, while I do agree on the part that education should be more
Accessible.
accessible. Like, I'm also thinking of the fact that
The
schools are
uniforms.
also businesses, right?
Yeah. Wait. What? Hmm.
Right.
I mean,
So,
private schools, yeah,
Yeah.
private schools.
Private schools.
yeah, plus, the public schools also get something out of this.
Hmm.
So, yeah, such
Oh, do
as
the public schools really get incentives in selling like uniforms? I
no,
thought
no.
it's
Oh,
independent.
even no, like, while this might sound bad, uh, education is uh, education is also a business, I think, because because the government will get something out of this. I mean, let's say uh, let's say if you do graduate, like for example, like if you're a scholar from a public school, right?
Yeah.
Like you have a scholarship. If you will if you feel focused on that scholarship and then graduating and then getting a job, then it will increase the then getting that job like after the scholarship will probably increase the economy of the country. Not only that, but like um I don't know, wait, public schools don't have school loans, right? Or I don't know. So yeah.
Public schools don't have what?
What?
No, no,
Yeah.
never mind. The point is,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
education, public or not, will get something out of this. Is like a transaction,
A
basically.
transaction.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no,
Yeah, like for
I can't
private
get.
schools. Yeah, for private schools, they get money because they get paid, right? Because of tuitions, right? And
Yeah.
then it also increases the economy. Uh, and in public schools, giving out more scholarships, and this can be applied to public and private schools, but like the more people who will study, and take scholarships, the more people will want to work a stable job, which is probably going to a company and working there, right? which will probably increase the economy.
Mm.
Then it will go back, and then that school can boast the fact that they have graduating students as successful nurses, successful bankers, whatever, successful accountants, whatever. Then they can
Sure, yeah.
yeah, and they can boast this fact to everyone, and then it will attract more students, and
Mm.
then the cycle repeats. It's basically education is a transaction.
I would better word it as an investment. Like the only
Yeah, yeah.
reason, like the reason or what the government invests in terms of public schools is that yes, the students will eventually grow into like secondary schools or high school and then college, and then they get a job, and then those jobs that they have will pay for the taxes that the government will actually, so that's the for the public
Yeah.
schools. On the other hand, private schools
Yeah.
have expensive what do you call that shit, expensive tuitions, because it it's that that is the business, that's the business part of education,
Yeah.
Exactly.
because they invest that
all right.
they pay for good
Mm.
education.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
private schools,
Yeah.
And guys,
And
wait. And guys, I'm not saying that education is bad, but like I'm not saying that. But like my point is basically what I'm trying to tell is that everything has an agenda. Both its public agenda and its private one. So
black people have an agenda. What?
no, saying that. Like every organization's an agenda, I guess. Anyways, that spiraled out.
Mm.
So
But
yeah.
yeah, like I gotta say about the post that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
sent
the
to Kaiser.
post sounds so privileged, bro. Like holy shit.
Yeah, and it
I
says
hate
here on the second well, another paragraph. It says here, maybe it's time we stop focusing on creating new things for tourists and start fixing our broken systems. If people living in poverty have to depend on donations and organizations to have stable education, then maybe the government isn't doing its job properly. What do you think about that, post? I mean,
I mean, technically, the government doesn't do a good job, but the people itself are not doing a good job because they keep electing those stupid fucks.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
plus
I'm trying to say actually is that what do you think of this post? Like, do you do you agree or
mean,
disagree?
I mean,
It's like this person is trying to shoot a lot of bullets and then hoping for one thing to hit.
All right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, I know. While if this post gets a lot of attention or not, not only like I agree that the government is doing a bad job, right?
Isn't
But,
doing
like,
its job
yeah.
properly, yeah.
Yeah. But like, we can also blame people like the public because not while we do see like if we do see posts similar to this in a
Mhm.
more professional manner, like even though like it gets a lot of attention, only a small minority will probably promote this, then everyone will just like be whatever, because a lot of those people think that think that it won't affect their daily lives, which frankly doesn't, which frankly is true. So if it doesn't affect their daily lives, then they will probably not care about the issue. But if it does, then yeah, then it'll probably get a lot of attention and caught, not caught, but like attention. Then the government will be forced to take action. until it dies down, of course. But so
Interesting.
yeah, so like it's a perpetual cycle. Not only is the government to blame, but it is also us who is not giving it attention as well. That's
Actually,
what.
another interesting topic that I want to bring up is how do you talk to someone who is a social justice warrior? Like, how do you
Ah,
engage
but
conversation with them?
yeah, but the I mean, do you have friends as well who is an SJW?
Me? Hmm.
Yeah.
Like, there are no, like I wouldn't consider I'm a social justice warrior. Like, I haven't
No,
met.
I didn't clearly say that you are one of those type of people, but I'm saying, well, for what I'm
No,
trying to
no.
say is that do
What
you
I
have
said
one?
is I haven't
Uh,
met one. Like, I
oh,
haven't
you haven't.
encountered one.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Okay, I really wanted to share this because majority of my previous classmates before the day I embarked to another school, well, that person actually who posted that shit, she knows me and I know her, but we don't talk a lot actually. But that in the school from where I'm at, it is just genuinely full of SJW. Okay, like I know Matt knows this, but and I think it's not a perfect time for me to share personal things for what are the people inside of that, school actually. Because let's just say that I am the lucky few who survived from the idiocracy of SJW, I guess, or the woke.
Got it.
Like,
Culture.
man, okay, I've been on that school for 10 years and I was and I am glad that I survived all the stupidity around me. Like,
Yeah. Plus, all I have to say about that is a lot of those. I don't know if yeah.
but
Probably
then
most of them is
and yeah, like at the same time that this person that this person um have a shit tons of members, right? Like a lot of people. She is also uh you know uh got featured from Rappler.
wait. Really?
Yeah. And
I mean,
she
rapper is like
introduced her alt youth organization into that news, thing. And not gonna lie, I would consider that person gotta be the most toxic individuals that is just everywhere, right? Like, if all right, me and Kaiser actually have this sort of a plan to have her here on this podcast, and I am ready to take the risk actually, because I don't know about Kaiser, but we would just genuinely say this like fuck it, we don't give a shit of getting canceled by some this type of people, but I want to ask the same question to the two of you actually. Do you want her to be on this podcast and wanted to know what is her youth organization
for
supposed to
her.
and
Or
why is she ranting about school uniforms and stuff?
I mean, probably yeah. Like plus drama and controversy generate a lot of attention to us. The only thing is we need to do a research about the topic itself so that we won't be clowns at the end. We would not be clowns at our podcast. So yeah,
I mean, it's our only shot, right?
yeah. Plus well, probably
What
or
about you, Matt? I think Matt is busy.
Yo, Right. Uh, do I think that it's a good idea to have her on the podcast?
Mm.
I
Yeah.
think, I think, I think, yeah, it's a good idea because I feel like so you're against her views, right? You could find some sort of middle ground with her, or find or like have an understanding with each other's viewpoints because obviously not to overly challenge you, but I feel like you're polarized, like you're
That's true.
extremely against her viewpoint.
Yeah, because we're the Wholesome
Yeah.
Magmatic Sage podcast.
Actually, here's the observation I found with Drac and the other person. Like they are like the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Oh,
Yeah. They're the opposite ends. Or do you agree? Or do you have different opinions on
Me?
if Drac? No, Koi and Matt. Do you see them as opposite ends of the spectrum, or
probably yeah, but like we'll have to see in that if we do actually invite her to the podcast. Because
Hmm.
bro, it's gonna be a shit fest, bro. Like gladiator man.
yo, well, chef,
You're a racist bigot, Drac. Oh my god.
yo, if,
You racist bigotry and misogynist? Whoa.
oh,
Oh my god.
Yo,
Drac 7 is
yo,
actually a misogynist.
yo, rack. If we
Dude.
do actually, if we do actually do this podcast, right? Probably put a lo-fi background.
Just to calm our audience down.
Contrast with the chaotic.
I don't know, like, okay, I'm being honest, brutally here. Like, I won't. Okay, you might probably expect that this could be an argument or a debate,
discussion.
but it's more of like, what the fuck? Like, you know, if you ever take a closer look, she has an organization that is full of, well, her people, 300 300 person, like in that group. So I could just barely imagine the amount of cancellation is going to bring upon us, you know. So I think we would probably wait for the right, for the right time to bring her here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Plus, we'll actually do a bit of research.
Yeah, we need to do
But we don't
a
get-
research as well.
Uh,
But yeah, all right. I wanted to hear in a short context of what is your view on the post exactly.
Me? Well, Matt, should you go first? You should go first.
It's playing Albion on.
Yeah.
Alright. No, I'm cooking right now. I'm cooking.
Oh, you're
Um,
cooking. You're King
yeah,
Albion.
Okay.
Dinner track.
So I think about her post, right? I think she's valid to have those to say those things, and she's valid to support a movement of giving people or giving people an opportunity to put themselves out there in terms of like in education and also just in education. I mean, she's justified in saying that we should have more opportunities in terms of financially in education because in the long run more education is going to improve society if the education is in the right place. So I think she's she's
Like-
she's valid to have those points.
Mm. All right. I see. What about you, Koi?
But then also like, but then
Hmm?
also there are some concerns kind of economically because of the fact that you're giving out like free stuff. So because people spend time and money to create those things that you're giving out for free. So it's kind of, it's like, yeah, as Kaiser said, it's an investment. So like there is a concern for the risk.
Mm.
That's
Uh,
about it.
I think I'm gonna have the same opinion with Matt, but I'm gonna phrase it differently. Well, she does have valid points. She needs to actually research the topic because she needs to research why is this issue happening and why is the system broken in the first place, so that her arguments will be valid and professional,
Mm.
so that there will be little holes to the argument or her part of the discussion. So yeah, there will be little yeah, and to make the weaknesses of her arguments disappear while probably strengthening her side of the
Side
argument.
of the spectrum. Hmm.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah,
That's very
if
interesting.
she just if she wants to spread around the idea that, oh well, if she wants to promote the idea that education should be more accessible, sure, but she needs to understand that just she needs to understand the issue more deeply and more closely, so that she could actually propose a solution that can benefit everyone, not just her side of the argument.
Understand.
Yeah, because like if we do give out free education, like our economy will tank, and we also have a
Mm,
lot of debt. So yeah,
the only reason, I mean, free education makes sense is because or in this case, public free education makes sense because it stems from taxpayers' money. Like literally, the it's the government services or any type of government services that you like avail stems from the taxpayers' money. From, let's just say, getting a license or getting the birth certificate or availing for any government related services, the salary of those government officials and government uh, employees stem from taxpayers' money. And public schools should give free education as long as the taxpayers could pay such privilege, or even the government could support such privilege. The only reason why free education won't work in this scenario, in the country rather, is because the government doesn't really like to give money.
yeah, yeah. Plus, compared to powerhouses such as USA, China, Japan, and other countries were actually on the poor side. That's why the conversion rate for the USA dollars to Philippine peso is a lot. Like for context, $1, one for what is the average salary here in the Philippines? Like around 15K, right? 15,000, right? Or like 15 to 20,000. So earn $400 $400 can fulfill the average salary of a Filipino worker here for a month. So yeah, um,
All right. Well, hmm. Under these terms, I guess we must do research furthermore about this, this person,
yeah,
and we're gonna take the risk if you guys want to.
yeah.
Hmm.
For um
For the sake of content.
for the sake of content.
Yeah.
So and we'll pray to God that we won't get canceled.
I mean, we're about to face 300 people, or let's say an organization. Okay. So I
Yeah,
guess
right. If we do invite her, right?
mhm,
Probably most of at least half of our
half
customer,
of our
half
community.
of at least 25% of our organizations. So yeah, be prepared to be prepared to be cancelled, and that's all.
Cancelled.
Yeah,
Next
like I
last one
think I mean if all right, like a minute
or
ago, right? If we want to grow, so I think we're going to take the risk.
yeah, life is a risk anyway. Like everything you want, every dream that you want to achieve in life is a risk. So yeah,
Literally.
finishing college, it's a risk. Education, right? For us, it's a risk. Like, if we do fail, then we'll not graduate, and we'll probably drop out or something. But like, if we do complete education, then we'll have a stable job. So it's a risk either way.
So that's so it's official then. We're gonna reach her out if we can.
When are we gonna invite her to the podcast?
I think the best.
2 weeks.
I think the best month. I think December. People, seem to be jolly because fucking Santa Claus coming into
Yeah,
town.
they'll be jolly, and probably they will be jolly to cancel us.
Yep,
Yeah.
they're ready, bro. They're fucking ready. But yeah, like our podcast needs to be civilized as possible. All right. So in any case, this is our. I think would be our quote unquote opportunity to be recognized by other people.
And probably get shit on.
Literally.
Huh.
But hey, face to face or in real life podcast coming soon, of course. And some of you might ask, where are you going to actually do it though? Well, like I said, we can do it on a place that no one's is around, and then we'll just set our equipment there, or we could just genuinely do it here on my house. Like
Yeah,
Matt fucking saw my room literally, and he was, I don't know, he seemed to be impressed because I have some aesthetic LED lights at the you know at the ceilings.
yeah. Plus, we can do it. As much as I would want to, I would not do the podcast here in my room because it's so cramped, and I have my SpongeBob I have my SpongeBob wallpaper that is already 8 years old, and
8 years old.
it's mismatched too, the color. So yeah,
I
and
have returned.
it's cramped as fuck. What did you, Matt? What did you cook anyway?
A burger actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now you're
Here, I'll
making
send
us
you.
hungry.
Yeah, here, I'll send you a picture. You could put this in the podcast, maybe.
Not really. But anyway, you guys have anything to say? It seems like we already explain our future plans to the audience.
Yeah,
I
about
guess.
getting sent
Yeah.
on by an organization.
But hey, like we're about to get ready of something big, I guess, or dangerous. Like cancel culture is gonna grab us by the ass.
Yo, cancel culture is gonna hit us like a truck.
Yeah, they will hit us hard like their father big left them. But anyway.
Yeah, fatherless. They are not only fatherless, but they are also maidenless.
Yeah, true. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
And
maidenless.
the outro? Fucking magmatic sage, please. Do the outro.
Yes. So that was a wonderful podcast talking about the plans of the podcast as well as talking about some controversial stuff. So if you guys are interested in actual of us interviewing an actual social justice warrior, please support the channel by hitting the subscribe button. Comment down below your thoughts, like if you like it. Follow React7 on his YouTube channel and Twitch and other socials. Also check out Matt and Koi's socials. And that's it. Thank you for listening, wherever you are.